think there's a coexistence in the system for, let's say, banks and NDs and IFAs. You know, there are positives which both bring to the table, and let me highlight those. A bank will have probably a large technology platform, will have a lot of research capabilities, etc., which they can bring to the table. On the other hand, what is something which can't be replicated is, let's say, an IFA community can do, is the touch with the customer on a long-term basis. And many of the partners or advisors that whom I go and meet to, you know, and they say this, I'm not saying this, for me, a bank customer is an easy picking. They say, because I am there for the next 10 years, for the past 10 years with the customer, that a bank RM cannot do. So there are positives which both bring to the table. I think what are the strengths that we as an IFA community bring to the table is the understanding of the customer, which I think is better. The longevity with the customer, which is again better. And I think if we use that advantage which nobody else has, or probably nobody else will have, to our advantage, I think there's nothing stopping us.
Can I respond to that as a customer? I bought from a bank person. I actually bought from an ING bank because I was having so much trust and they had all access about my account. Now the flip side to that would be that, you know, while an ING person will try to sell me only ING products, you as an IFA can sell me what is good for me. For me, it may be a mix of different, so that could be an advantage for you, you know, if you really look at it that way. Not to say that banks don't have bank. It all depends on who develops better trust. And
yeah, just to add to that, I think Vipul mentioned they may have better technology and so on and so forth. I think there was a point when they did have the advantage of technology and the back-end process, but today, as I see, there's almost 60 of you in this room. I think the advantage that the banks had is been taken away by you for your own businesses by coming together as next advisors. So whatever a bank could do, you are able to do today. The only thing which is missing is that you do not have access to the client account. But that can be more than made up if you did the right thing. There is mis-selling in every sphere. There will be, as panelists here said, and before that, there would be happy customers, unhappy customers. Satisfied customers are, are supposed to be a given. A customer delight is what a customer is looking for. And that is where, as IFAs, people who will be in the business, you're there today, you're going to be there for the next 10 years, 20 years. Maybe your next generation takes over from you. And that is the trust and the belief that the client has in this setup.
Can I give you a secret for that also? Even we can't access the client bank account is this thing. No. Even as an IFA, you can access that also. There's a way out there. See, basically, I'm a tax practitioner. Okay? Everything, each and everything the clients ask for me, and every year, at the end of the year, I get his entire bank passbook to scrutinize. I see where he has invested, all these things. See, you can also be a tax advisor, learn something on tax. You can give advice for your clients. Apart from the financial thing, if you add on value add on, you can add on tax part also. Our chartered accountant Kanakji also may agree with me. That's a secret of Mr. Kanak's growth also. Agree with me, Kanak? Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah.
Or
Sunil from Bangalore. How do we improve our like we all do various activities for customer acquisition. Okay, what happens is the output is very low, like like it is less than 5%. If you do an activity, if you collect some 100 leads, hardly you get 4 or 5% as conversion. How do we increase that?
I think all of us have said it. You have experienced it. I think new customer acquisition is the most expensive way to actually grow your business. You all agree, you all have an existing client base. Within your client base, do you have those 5 or 10 clients where they have experienced customer delight or client delight? They can be your best salespeople.
See, my question was not that. See, one is you use 2-3 methods to acquire new customers. One is referencing. That takes care of it because that is from your existing customers. There your conversion ratio is very high. It is almost as high as 90%. If you are able to understand that new customer's requirement, it's hit. But that alone may not be sufficient to funnel your growth. So for growth, if you are doing activities or other methods to acquire customers, how do we increase our hit rate?
See, it also depends upon type of activities that you do. If you go and say, I'm a financial advisor, you do a leaflet into a building, people may come, may not come to you. But if you try to do a value add, and I had spoken something earlier about something called a financial health checkup. You go to a doctor, he'll do a health checkup. These days, many of the health companies do that. You say, no obligations. On a particular day, I'll set up a camp. I'll do a financial health checkup for you. Come to me. This is my credentials. Maybe you increase the hit rate. So depends upon the type of activity you do. You can do an alliance, let's say with a club kind of thing. You can take a stall at one of the events where you have some time to speak. So these are sort of micro work site marketing kind of activities that you can do, which can increase your hit rate. So each market segment or each geography could be different, but these are just some examples that come to my mind.
Yeah, example here, my friend here who is from a village called Thrissur in Kerala, who's come over here. That friend, when Thrissur, see there's a popular program called Thrissur Puram in Kerala. That program he has put a stall and he has acquired almost 250-300 customers. New SIP account he has created. That's really good. Something he has put a stall. People do not know he made it in a different way. He did not say that I am going to sell mutual fund product. He has done it in a different way and he is successful in that. He is not sharing me the secret mantra, but I know that he has done it.
Can I say something with your performance? Sorry, you're saying. No, I just wanted to probably, as a counterpoint, share Atul's example. Atul, if you were to think that we have an event of Next Advisors welcoming all IFAs from across India, what do you think is going to be the hit rate in terms of acquiring members on the platform? But you continuously persist and share what is the value add. And over a period of more than 6 months, we have 60 members, Atul. So a event-based customer acquisition program in a more informed market segment can be difficult and can lead to very disappointing results. I mean, if you were to see it in a very limited time frame perspective. I mean, that is my small take on the subject.
Yeah, I just wanted to, also respond to the fact that, getting referrals where the conversion rate is almost 90%. You said it may not be enough to funnel your growth. How many clients do you think you will need in a year to funnel your growth?
Around 100.
So the customer base that you today have, how many of them do you think have experienced have experienced delight? And how well do you know them? Not their, like as Naveen said, not their name, but how well do you know them? And can that base automatically help you with 100? And having brought in 100, will you be able to serve them the same way as you serve your current base?
See, we are in a financial planning module. So first of all, before we are unless we get to know the client, we will not even start a relationship. Okay, sure. We have a detailed financial questionnaire, and only then we start the business. Understanding the customer, yes, but how many of them get delighted? Yeah, we do a customer survey also year on year, so that we invest and try to understand how many of them are delighted, what percentage of them are likely to go out from our business. All these things we do. Okay, referencing, yes, there are we do get right now around 70-80% of the new customer acquisition is happening through only referencing. We don't do much of activities as such. There are various factors through which you are able to attain the delay, or there are customers who may get upset because of external factors also. Okay, but unless I create or we create some other options to get new customers, this alone is not sufficient. That is my observation for the last 6 years.
Okay, I think we are running now against time. So I'll just leave you with a thought. I think personal finance is probably a subject where most consumers are most scared of. So if you approach a customer with that mindset, I think your conversion rate, whoever be that customer, is going to be the best. Personal finance is the scariest topic because people do not understand it. Sure, yeah. So everyone here will need to define, as in step back, define what is your business model. Are you going to be a distributor? Are you going to be an advisor? And therefore your proposition will therefore differ.
Correct.
Yeah, thanks to the all panelists, and it was a very lovely debate what we had, and we are between lunch and you, so we don't want to be.
I know we are running 15 minutes late as a token of our appreciation for our panelists. I'll request my colleague Nikhil Mehta, Mr. Raju Bhatia, and Mr. Hemant Paule to please come on stage and hand over the citations to our panelists. Yeah, Mr. Raju, he could please hand over the citation to Mr. Sunil Haribal. Can we please join hands in applauding their contribution? Yeah, Mr. Mehta, will you please do the honors for Mr. Vipul Gupta? And Mr. Paule, to Mr. Uday Suri. Thank you. We had a very wonderful and insightful and very good participation from the audience as well. Thanks for the insights, and I'm sure we look forward to the post-lunch session for more learning. Thank you. Excuse me, can we get started with the next session? Thank you. We have a brief presentation on how to use analytical tools for understanding existing client portfolios, as well as what funds as an advisor we could be recommending to our clients. We will first have a brief of around 10 minutes about what the tool offers as features, and beyond that we'll be discussing as to how an IFA could use that to analyze existing client portfolios as well as make new recommendations, and how that would add value to our businesses and also of course help us retain clients. I'll introduce Mrs. Navya from FedBuy. Navya? Sorry. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. We'll just have a look at, post-lunch we'll have a look at a very light session on analytics. I just hope that I don't take you to very complicated stuff. What's analytics? So analytics is an online tool that can help you to perform your investment research and analysis, compare your portfolios, client portfolios against benchmarks, compare various funds, and put in your criteria and make it very easy for you to conduct research and analysis. So we'll just start with the key features of analytics and what it can do, and we will move on to the actual tool and how you could use it. Okay. So what does analytics cover? So in analytics, you could currently use or compare funds, portfolios, create your own asset classes, also use currencies if you have international clients who would want to invest in currencies. Look at how fund managers are performing, not just the funds, market indices, how various sectors are performing, and we are very soon going to add even equities into it. So this is a one-stop shop for your research. So what it could do, it could give you tools like the filter tools, which could help you to filter out funds based on various investment criteria that you have. You can also use the FE ratings and that's Crown ratings, or the value research ratings for comparing funds. And there is in-depth fact sheet available for you in a general format. Therefore, the funds could be comparable. And you can also have charts, a lot of analytical tools available in the tool, which can give a professional output. And we have ISO accredited support team. So support team, anytime you could send us emails or contact us for your queries. And regular free software updates, at least twice a year we will have updates to our software which comes free of cost to you. So you start with investment selection, and it helps in analyzing the suitability of your investments to your client and compare the investments and finally make informed investment decisions. So when we get into research, so research, though sounds complicated, it could be done very easily with a click of a button in analytics. And all the reports or tables could be either exported to PDF or Excel. Therefore, you could present it to your clients, email it to them. And it could be white labeled. Therefore, your customized logo could also be added to analytics. And it provides unlimited storage. So what are we going to do with unlimited storage? So we send a lot of reports or generate a lot of tables for clients. But do we keep track of that? So here analytics helps you to store all these reports. Therefore, anytime you could go back to see what are the investment decisions or reports that you have given to your clients in the past. And there's a customized report builder. So with the report builder, each client is different. So you would like to have different types of reports for your clients. Therefore, you could customize the reports according to your client needs and send it out to clients. There is a feature which is called the dynamic link to Excel. So with dynamic links, you don't have to connect to analytics always. You could create a template in analytics, link it to Excel, share it even with your clients or with your colleagues. They could just refresh the Excel sheet to get the latest data. So you don't need to log into analytics to always view your tables or reports. Yes, it can be refreshed. I'll show you that feature online, how it could be done. Yeah. Generating new business. Yes, we have existing business, fine. So how are we going to use analytics to generate new business? We are also going to concentrate on that. So when a client comes to you, or if you want to make a prospect into your client, then you have to first analyze this existing situation, right? So there are a lot of ways in analytics where you could put in the existing investments of the client and optimize the investments for the client's need. And you could also do portfolio comparisons. You could have a model portfolio in analytics and see what's the client's existing portfolio, compare it side by side using the portfolio comparison report, and show him how your model could be better than the existing client portfolio. So that way you could demonstrate the effectiveness of your recommendations. So all these portfolio fact sheets or the comparison reports could be branded with your logo, and it comes in a very professional format. Then managing existing clients. Well, so once you have your client portfolios or your client investment recommendations in analytics, there are a lot of easy ways to monitor the portfolios. So regularly on daily basis or weekly basis, you could schedule your reports, or how should you analyze the returns or ratios of the client portfolios. You could also see what if scenarios. Say, what if you didn't invest in a particular scheme? What if you sold a particular scheme? So what is the effect of every investment decision that you've made for a client can also be viewed in analytics. We are coming up with the importing portfolios from the back office tool to analytics facility very soon. We are working on that. So probably give us a month or so, we would make it live into analytics. Therefore, it will enable you to update your client portfolios easily. Right now, you might have to do it manually. So we'll now move into analytics. So as I said, it's an online tool. So as soon as you get into the analytics website, this is the screen you see where you could enter your username and password. So this is the home screen of analytics. So where you see there are two sections. On the left, you make your selections of schemes. It could be categories, it could be market indices, or it could be even your client portfolios. On the right side, you choose the analysis that you want to perform. Do you want to run some charts, tables, reports, etc. So what